dense process in order to do that. So I wasn't aware of these proposed recommendations. Eric, myself, Dawn, and planning, together with downtown revitalization and business advisory, have to take a hard look.
Yes, agreed.
You know, because in part, I just perused some of the recommended changes, and, you know, I shouldn't say it right now, I should look at it further, but seems to kind of turn the pattern book upside down.
That's what I'm looking at,
Because the goal of the
exactly.
pattern book was to create a design and symmetry among buildings and facades. Am I right?
No,
Yes.
but I just think, what I mentioned before was that I think the pattern book's
Right.
working without the codification. We need to codify it for sure, but we're already using it effectively in our, you know.
I just.
Correct, because
one
we
of
have
the
willing
things-
developers,
Yes.
though, Dawn,
Yeah, yeah.
who are
Yeah,
willing
partner.
to develop consistent with the pattern book.
One thing that's very clear is, like Jim had said, that it's really, they have certain pattern books that if you follow them, you know, things get pushed through, et cetera. We were talking about encourage to versus shall. Our concern is this says shall, and it has all these things written.
I get it.
That's a hard line.
No, I think we
So,
can figure that out.
I think what we
That's where
need to
can
know
figure
is
that out.
there a hard line, or what is the avenue, you know, where is that line? If it's something that, or what's the process? If the process is, hey, you go by this, you go right through, whereas I'll give you an example. I have one project that's been on hold for a while, but we had come in with the art gallery downtown.
Oh, yeah,
That doesn't meet this at all.
right.
So if this code is adopted in the future, do architects not even go there? Or is there an avenue to say, well, I'm not gonna be put right through, but we really want this particular type of design, and you fight through the process or go through the process? That's, the way I'm reading this, you don't even have the
Yeah, it's
option.
hard to figure that like hypothetical, because it's, you know.
But you don't even have the option here, and I think that's where the concern is
Well,
this,
yeah,
this.
I'm agreeing with you on the fact that it should be
There might be some areas where we can add in flexibility.
discretion, yeah.
But once again, the town embarked on the entire pattern book for a specific purpose.
Yeah.
I'm going to give an example, right, the rendering that I saw of the Science Center. That doesn't meet the pattern book, but there's no way I would change that one bit, because what I don't want to see is the Stepford town, right, where all the buildings look like this. And I'm very serious about this. There was an article recently in the New York Times how a lot of revitalization that's going on towns throughout Long Island, you see these buildings that get set back, and then they're different colors, and it's like coming all over Long Island. I'm not leaving Glen Cove to come to Riverhead to look at Glen Cove.
That's
That's
what
my point.
happens if you don't put the design concepts in.
Okay,
That's
no,
exactly
that's,
what
I'm fine with that,
Every
but
Place USA
you guys
happens
work that out.
when you
That's-
don't have
that's-
design
So
guidelines.
what I'm seeing, all these cross-outs, is this gonna be removed from this code? Is that was the intention?
I think it, from well, from sitting in the room, it
But
was
this
that
is
it was.
a lot. This is
It
the
was
pattern
so,
book.
it was so.
This is the core of what it
didn't
stands
get you
for.
where you needed to be, the language wasn't right, it needs to be
I
addressed.
know, but you're presenting it to us in the public, and I'm looking, all this work with the pattern book, it took its direction, thank God, that when, in 2019, at the end, I definitely forced it to become compliant. It was supposed to be pretty pictures, and now we took a great direction, and we've gone through this process for years, and now the purpose of it was to keep it a historical district, work and have flexibility, and it seems to me all these cross-outs are what the pattern book is about. I think we gotta go back to the table and do some work,
Exactly.
you know, you guys, and thank you, I mean, you guys are all volunteers, you're doing it, each of you bring great effort to our town, but I think we have to take a little bit of direction, the communication, and I think there should be, you know, the attorney's office didn't know it, they were working on it. It's dysfunctional right now, we shouldn't be that, but it's easy, it's an easy fix. Thank God we're all here to discuss this, and now we have a direction, so we can pinpoint, we can be more focused, and hopefully the next time that this comes, and hopefully soon, it comes before us, we now can really discuss it, but the flexibility should always be in that. You know, it's not like buying a house that you have to take the light bulb, you know, the circuit and the windows, you know, it has to be that. I mean, you have to have flexibility in all planning. And Janet, you're an expert on this. You know that planning should always have flexibility.
Sure, but I always like to have something to hold somebody up to as a standard.
Exactly.
Because then it's just my taste, and that's a bad
Exactly.
thing to do when you're in the government side. You need something to hold something up to and say, it meets it, it doesn't meet it, how do we get there? That's the way to do it, and that's only fair. So someone knows what you're expecting, they understand what they're
Yeah.
getting into, and they can achieve it. We want people to achieve it, we want revitalization, that's what
Right.
we're all
Yeah,
doing
we
here.
need
So that's
predictability in the
great.
process.
The town board should just keep in mind, you did adopt the pattern book.
Right.
You adopted
We're
that.
currently
So,
operating in that way.
The last cog was to put the zoning to match that pattern.
Right, and to
If-
say it
if
shouldn't be
we're
zoning
looking
is the problem, you just gotta.
To undo that.
No,
then
that is,
do it
we
by
are not.
resolution.
Nobody's looking to undo
We
anything.
cannot do that,
It's-
no.
Look, these
I
two
don't think that
committees
was
will
their
meet.
intention, yeah.
And let's, the only thing I have is, you said the TDRs are easy, Emery's saying it's difficult.
Well, I'll talk to Emery and show her what I have, and we can
Good,
collaborate on that as well.
okay, all right, so
Uh,
I think
if you
we know
want.
where we're going, right?
Yeah.
Great.
And we are really, thank you Supervisor and board
Guys.
members. We're take our direction from you, we're trying to
Thank you.
not
No, it's a
just
good
operate
start.
in vacuum.
Whenever you have direction, it's always a good start.
Thank you.
So, and you put a lot of work into it, and now we gotta refocus, and that's what good government is about, right?
Yeah.
So, and thank you so much, and happy St. Patty's Day.
You too, thank you.
We're set up that meeting, set it up through Carol, so
Yeah.
that I'm there.
Well, because a lot of people, a lot of people have to be there.
Let's let her be the
No,
lead
for
on
the-
this.
yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of
That's the way
people
to
from
do
the
it.
town
She'll
have
set
to
it
be
up.
there, yeah.
She's got a desk up.
Thank you, Diane, I know you're
Yeah.
working, but you're
course.
getting
Thank
there,
you.
we're getting there.
This is the catalyst to make that correct.
That's gonna show and show you around. But definitely. It's just gotta be there.
This is impractical, this is impossible, this is not. Yeah, okay.
Okay, for our next discussion, we're gonna have our chief, Hager Miller, to please come forward to discuss the February crime report, and chief?
I'll touch it.
Top of the morning.
Top of the morning, happy St. Patrick's Day, a
Okay.
day early.
Yes.
And I didn't get the green memo, but I did bring a green folder.
Okay. And I have a green stripe.
I have
There
a
you go.
green flyer.
Green
I
or
have a green
something.
stripe in my
I see
hair,
the green
so-
stripe.
You saved yourself with that flyer, folder.
Okay,
Kurt has green eyes, so that we can say that that's his
Do I?
green. Well, you just pretend.
I lied on my license, okay. Uh-oh, I shouldn't say that in
Okay.
front of the
Feb-
chief.
So, Chief, I took a look at this, and I think there's pretty good news here.
we're good.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
we're good. I know that we hired 5 additional officers the other day, or 4, with a 5th in waiting.
One more to go
And we're gonna do 4 more, so we're gonna
for now.
meet our standards, personnel standards, and then we're gonna, by the summer, we're gonna have an expanded police department. That was the purpose, is to expand the police department, and
I would
hopefully
think by the
these will
summer,
go
we should be
down.
fully staffed.
Yeah, and then we're gonna refocus some of those offices, but that's something we'll discuss with, we're working on a project for downtown, for law enforcement, so what do you have for us today?
So as you said, it's a good report, so everything's basically down or status quo, and only a few things went up, which is par for the course. So calls received were up, which goes hand in hand with non-criminal incidents being up. Let's see, summonses were up, and to me, that's always a good thing. And revenues were up, so that's a good thing too.
Chief,
So,
the summonses, that's a pretty remarkable, I mean, it's not
Right.
huge, but do we know, are you concentrating on anything? Are you having any,
Well, they're definitely
Traffic
concentrating
efforts?
on downtown, so that would include any kind of town summonses down there, or parking summonses and stuff like that,
yeah,
in that number.
so there was an increase in summonses downtown?
Increase, I would say pretty much status quo that they're writing downtown.
Okay.
Chief, the one thing I don't see on here, and I always look for it, is the use of
Opioid?
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
Narcan.
we're good there too. No fatalities last month.
Okay, good.
And we had 4 uses on our part, PD's part, with
Okay.
Narcan.
it used to be included in here, no?
Did I attach it to that? I don't know if I
I
attached it. I can
remember seeing
send
it
that
in
to
a
you.
monthly report.
And that revenue
Just
share has
if
to
you
do,
could add it in the future, that would be fine. You don't have to specifically send it to me.
and the revenue share, that's just a matter of the collection process.
Yeah, that's the, right, billing process.
That always,
Right.
yeah.
So it's up sometimes, down sometimes. So we're good.
Chief, just one question. Do you think it would be helpful, I know they're doing this in other places, if, and I've spoken to the hospital about getting it, if Narcan could be given to some of the restaurants and bars?
I think actually CAP is looking, Riverhead CAP is looking into doing that, is
Okay.
supplying stations or whatever that would have Narcan in it, so.
And CAP just got a huge award.
Huge award.
Good.
Yeah, so to
That
use
was
for that.
unbelievable.
Yeah,
That was
millions,
awesome.
and it was great.
Yeah,
I mean,
right, close to $1 million
yeah,
over
close to $1
3
million,
years.
and they do such a great
Right.
job here
Yeah,
with our
really.
schools. They're such an inclusive group, you know, they work with the school, with the police, with the community, with the stores,
And we were Coalition of the Year,
that's right.
nationwide.
Nationwide Coalition of the Year.
Yep.
So we thank them for their work and continue doing a good job for our town. Great,
Very good.
great,
What's that?
all right.
Easy.
So,
Don't
Okay.
drink too much beer tomorrow.
Who's up?
live on 25. The bid.
So thank you, Chief. Now we're gonna have our Business Improvement District, the dream team, we're calling them today. They're here with us. It's Christy Verity and Stephen Shorga to review the proposed calendar events for the year 2023. And Stephen, they're both here. They were our liaison, and Tim is the liaison for the supervisor's office for them. And I know, Tim, that you work with them
They had a meeting
Directly?
last night that unfortunately I could not attend. I had another function I had to be at, but
Yeah, and I stopped by and saw the meeting coming in, and you're here back here. See, they expect me to be here last night, but not you, not to be, to be here in the morning, not you guys, but you are, and again, thank you for everything that you do, because I know all the events, and I do attend most of them, and I can see the tension and the caring, and it seems like every year you improve. It's called a business improvement, so you're living up to, to your name.
We
So-
appreciate that. Yeah, it definitely, Christy and I are usually on the forefront, but I would also like to say that we have a lot of behind-the-scenes help from many different departments within the town, right? Whether it be PD, fire marshal, fire department, B&G, CDA, just to name a few. There's a lot that goes into all of our events, and it's not strictly just the bid too. So without the town support, we couldn't put on the events that we do on a year-to-year basis, so. just wanna
without the
make sure I
town
said that.
support, but the physical part of it and the actually
Yeah.
moving and shakers are sitting right there at that table.
And they always have a
always
smile.
looking for volunteers, so,
And they always have a smile too.
oh yeah, absolutely. They believe in what they're doing, and they believe in Riverhead, so.
Some of the videos that you've been producing lately are
They've
fantastic.
been wonderful. We've been working.
And they're easily shared on the net.
Yes.
So we could just put them on the websites and,
You want to
thank
talk
you
about
for
that program a little bit?
Sure.
that we've
Oh,
been
yeah,
working on?
that'd be great.
Yeah, so we've been working with Sunset Beach Films, which is a local videographer, and he does drone videography. So he did a lot of our he did all of our videos and a lot of the photography at the events in 2022. And we're taking all of those videos and we are combining them with some interviews with business owners and community members. And we're going to compile one branding video that will be used for the downtownriverhead.org website, as well as marketing, and then could be shared as well by local businesses or organizations to help market all the things that are happening in Riverhead and the people that are in Riverhead.
That's fantastic.
Didn't we
Yeah.
have something just recently added to our downtown, the media station? What's it called?
Sufa sign?
Sufa-
Sufa sign.
Sufa sign?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
at the new town square, we have a neighborhood news feed. It's a digital feed, and we worked with Dawn Thomas and her team in the community development department. They installed that, and the BID is managing it. So it's a sign with 4 different sections on it, and it imports the BID's community calendar, the BID's Facebook feed, as well as updated graphics of things that will be happening in the community. So it's a nice little addition to Town Square, and we see people stopping there and taking a look at it, which is nice, and we're hoping to install a few more throughout downtown.
Just working out good?
Yes, yes.
So it's
yeah.
a digital sign, just so the public can know, it's a digital sign where you can get information as to what's going on in that
Yes.
area and the town and,
Yes.
great.
Definitely
There's
fits in
an app.
nicely with, you know, our goal, especially with Christie's background. You know, the events are great, don't get me wrong, but the bids also shifted to a major focus on just PR, social media downtown, marketing as a whole. So that has definitely been a goal of ours, and, you know, it's nice to finally see some of these programs that we put into place come to fruition. But that also ties nicely with some of the stuff to try to make our website, downtownriverhead.org, really the central hub for all things happening downtown, and tying that, and our social media, and tying this to that as a whole, and get the businesses to keep feeding all the stuff that they're working on as well. So that's some of the kind of bigger picture stuff that we're working on as a whole.
I have to just say, what you're ahead of the curve in what you're doing. I think it's great. It's going to come in, be really valuable in months to come, and years. No, it's great.
I think we could use some help with trying to get some business owners and operators for some of the interviews. That's the final phase of that project, so to really be like the faces of downtown. So that's we could use some help if you guys have any ideas or contacts. We're very open to having that. I think
Yeah.
within the next few weeks we're looking to
We're
put that in
looking
place.
to do the interviews within the next few weeks and roll out this video, hopefully by the end of April, beginning of May. I'd love to get it out before.
Chris, you gotta speak a little
Yeah,
louder.
the mic is here, honey.
Yeah.
Move it to the side.
Pretend like you're yelling at Steve on the line.
Very quiet. We're hoping to get the video finished up in April and make it live by May, and I'd like to get it out there prior to the Mosaic Festival, which is really like our big event that kicks off summer, run by the East End Arts Council.
Okay, so what do you have for us today?
So today we are presenting our 2023 calendar of events, so that they are posted on the Town of Riverhead website as well. So we have a list here, let's see, we'll start with in June.
Does the media have this? Is this online?
Yes.
Yes, it is, great.
So we have Reflections, Art in the Park, Alive on 25, Cardboard Boat Race, Oktoberfest, Halloween Fest, and the Holiday Parade and Bonfire. So we're looking for the town and community support to run these events again. Alive on 25 will continue on Friday evenings. It was very popular. People were happy with that switch. We
Yeah,
had
that
a
was
phenomenal
that was a
turnout.
great idea, going to Friday nights.
Yeah. The first one with the fireworks is always a big hit, so that will be Friday, June 30th, the Friday before the 4th of July. And we did see where in years past, the attendance for the last two events in August seemed to trickle down a little bit, and we saw that continue as all summer at all four events. We had a great turnout.
People are going away the last week or two of summer, trying to get their vacation in before school starts up, and
Right.
you get a lot of that. That's
Yeah. So this year, our events, summer events start, Alive on 25 starts a little bit earlier, so if we do not use our rain date, we will finish up a little earlier than usual, mid-August.
Last year, you didn't have the Oktoberfest, correct?
Oktoberfest was canceled last year due to weather.
Unfortunately.
Yes,
And the year before that, it was a record-breaking, I remember going.
It's tremendous.
yes.
They ran out of food and beer, and you had plenty, so it wasn't like you didn't have enough.
Right.
And I remember even I left and then I came back, and there was people, there's still bands playing and people walking around and eating, and
Yeah.
so it was
a
great,
event.
and hopefully I look forward to it this year.
Yeah.
I think you should have a contest,
Contest.
like a hat contest.
A hat contest?
Yeah.
We had the beer stein holding contest.
You could do that.
And Lederhosen contest as well, but I'm sure there are
So
always
I've gone
open
to
more.
Wyndham, and they have the Oktoberfest, and they sell all the different hats, and then you buy all the pins, which we both have. And every year, we try to go up there and we buy all the different pins for our hats. Maybe something like that.
Is that for like Oktoberfest event or?
Oktoberfest. Yeah, it's very
The
common.
hats are very popular. I was at one in Texas in New
Yeah.
Braunfels, and the same thing, the hats with the pins and the feathers, and it was really pretty cool.
Yeah, so you might just have it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Appreciate that.
We partner with the Eastern Tourism Alliance on that event, and they do most of the production portion of it, so
Yeah.
certainly pass that info along to
But
Brian and Diane.
people who are into it and go to those events will come down because they have a hat.
We're like the state, we'll give you unfunded mandates and say, here, do it,
Yeah,
not
right.
give you any help to put it together, but you know. One thing I want to say is, the most pleasant surprise last year was the Halloween parade.
Yeah.
I had memories as a kid being downtown for parades, and Denise, I'm sure, well, you may not remember this. Sidewalks lined with people at our parades and stuff.
Yes.
Not like they are nowadays, but this one, when we came around the corner from Griffin onto Main, I was just shocked at the number of people that were down there. And it's like, this is the Riverhead I remember.
Yes.
So kudos to that event. It was
People
really
are people are very passionate about Halloween.
Yes,
and I think we structure that a little bit sooner. That we try not to stick with Halloween itself. It allows like a lot of the parents to use that very expensive. Trust me, I have 2 kids, so
Right.
you spend a lot on those
Costumes,
costumes. So it gives them
Get
another
use out of
opportunity.
it.
Yeah, right.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah, that and the trick or treating is also
Yes.
a big hit. So yeah, no, it's nice to see the smiling faces there. And you know, with 1125, kind of big picture, obviously it seems to be the right move moving it to that Fridays. You know, when we first started this, we met with the Patchogue Chamber, and they really, here's the playbook, right? Barricades, Thursday nights, you know, and you know, we kind of rolled with that. Why reinvent the wheel, right? And you know, kind of what we're learning over the past 6 or 7 years that we've been doing it is we've had to evolve a little bit, and they took a decade's worth of events before they got to that point, right? So, you know, hopefully we get there, and the goal is to get downtown where it's so vibrant on a Friday night that we don't need something like this, and then shift it to another date that could help out downtown. So, but we're not quite there yet. The businesses still need a little bit of help, and making that move to Fridays has definitely helped draw a lot more people that are out for the weekend, or
Right.
even just the community that are looking to do something on the weekend.
Well, I want to commend you because I remember 2 years ago at Alive at 25, Patchogue had not done some of the work that they needed to get done in planning, and only because of COVID, and they thought it wasn't going to happen. And you guys, and I remember working with you and giving the state the plans, reviewing the plans, changing them, and unfortunately, when it was time to, you know, for Alive in 25, they had to cancel it because they were not ready and they couldn't get all the approvals. But you guys were proactive and working. I think 6 months before that you started with the plans that were going back and forth to the state. And you would think, 6 months, we don't know if we're gonna be allowed to have Alive in 25. And they actually came to the parade and they approached me and he says, how did you do it? I said, the bid started 6 months ago and all the plans were in. And so that shows that you do a lot of
It
planning.
was definitely a wild time, and
Yeah.
thank you obviously for the town support through that process too. And one good thing that came from that, and if you remember during COVID, we also did like the Dine on 25 that one year, right? So one of the things that we
How many
noticed.
times did I call you on that at 10 o'clock at night? Especially you. How many times? Like, oh my God, no, we gotta get this thing out.
So one of the good
great.
things that we got from that is, you know, we are very much so encouraging our restaurants to take space. We give them space for free as long as they're doing dining service there too. So if you know, we reflected back on that one year where we kind of tweaked it a little bit and saw the benefit there, and kind of be that hybrid between vendor booths, you know, bands, and you know, obviously there are alcohol people that are participating, but then also get the restaurants out as well. So, you know, we're trying to encourage businesses to come out by providing them, if they're within the bid, space in front of their facility for free, and then also the restaurants to encourage there too. So, you know, luckily, it's a good thing to happen, but a lot of them were just like, we're so busy on those nights anyway, it's hard to find staff. So we're still just trying to push, because I think that'll add to the overall event.
What's really interesting is that we have an active outside dining program, but some of these towns that adopted them cancel them. I'm not sure why. You have any idea? Greenport did away with
Might be
it.
the sidewalks. Well, yeah, they did their parklets there, so they took parking away. So I think the businesses were pushing back because they need the parking there. You know, we have the same challenges in our downtown too. The sidewalks are only so wide, right? So, you know, even with the DRI, right? That was one of their things, is to look at taking back some of the road to widen that, and that's when you can really expand on it. But I'm sure that has something to do with it. It's that balance of losing parking and all
Right, yeah.
walkability compared to having dining on the sidewalks.
And the bid is growing downtown. We have some new businesses coming
Yeah.
in. Really impressive. good stuff.
And it's nice to see the new businesses and the new blood in town is excited. And, you know, that's why they are coming to Riverhead and opening here, is to be involved and seeing a lot of activity. They're reaching out to the bid before the bid reaches out to them. They know.
Oh,
you
they
know,
are?
Yeah, so they're aware of the resources that exist, the bid, the Chamber of Commerce, and, you know, some of the community groups, and they're really trying to get involved. So it's nice to see that and meet, you know, the new businesses coming to town.
Good stuff, all good stuff.
They need
Guys
to
are
get
doing
on
a
that
great
video.
job.
Thank you so much
And I
for
know
all
you're
your
very
work.
resilient, you follow up on things, I see you guys working hard behind the scenes. Well, thank you so much.
Oh, do you want to just talk about the other focus with the social media?
Sure. So we just hired a new social media manager to help with some of the creative content that we're posting online. As Tim mentioned, the bid is growing, and you know we've spread thinner and thinner. So trying to keep up with some of the other things that we work on, other than events, such as safety and security, beautification, capital improvements, grants, things like that. We're starting to outsource some of the tasks that have been on my lap, and social media is one of them. So we hired a new content director. She was working with North Fork Brewing Company, did a phenomenal job with them recently. So her name is Michelle. She's coming on board now, and probably by April, to be rolling out full-time new content. So she'll be downtown, boots on the ground, interviewing local businesses and doing a lot of video, and she's very familiar with analytics and hashtags and things like that. So just trying to capitalize on all of the great attention that River has gotten recently and keep the ball rolling with that.
Just a quick question. Are you working with the school in terms of their community service program? So students have to do community service, so you can get some more volunteers?
So as far as I know, the Riverhead schools do not require community service, which surprises me because my kids went to West Hampton, Sandwiches, and a lot of the other surrounding schools do. So that's something that maybe the high school wants to
Call me
consider.
because we set that program in place, nobody's taking advantage of it, okay? And I'm the liaison to the school, so I'm happy to make that connection.
Yes.
Okay?
I did
Hey,
have a
we-
meeting, I did have a meeting recently with a resident who lives downtown, who's also a teacher at the school. And he had mentioned that he'd be happy to facilitate community service with like the ROTC, the Key Club, and some of those other groups. So even if the high school doesn't mandate the community service, that there are different avenues.
I've been in touch with the school superintendent on a couple of town initiative, and he's been very supportive, working with us, giving us information, including us in certain areas, and so that's good. And I know you've been in touch on a couple of projects, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
they're working with
I'll
us.
explain.
It's good to see that.
Yes.
And so if you need students to help you,
Yeah, we
Karen
would
can
love to
facilitate that, or
incorporate the
you
school.
can, but the superintendent's been fabulous.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we offer community service, but there's a lot of different avenues we could take with it. I mean, we could do marketing interns or
Internship is
administrative
great
work,
for you.
the events, of course.
And I'm sure they're gonna work with that.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
We did work with the Chamber of Commerce on their Chamber Tank event, which was a business event modeled after the Shark Tank program. So that was fun working with the business department, and as a business improvement district, we hope to continue programs like that with the school.
it would be great if you can get an intern to help you with the administrative component, and then they get credit for school. It's a win-win.
Absolutely. We are actually hiring for a part-time admin in our downtown office as well. So the application is listed on the downtownriverhead.org website if anyone's interested in applying for that position.
Great, great. Anything else?
I think we're good, thank you.
Super job.
All right,
Appreciate it.
thank you.
Awesome, awesome, guys, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys, and for our last discussion, we're gonna bring up Dawn Thomas, our CDA director, to expand upon an announcement that we made yesterday, and that was made yesterday. And Dawn, you're gonna take it, it's all yours. And where's your team here? You should have your team here.
Aquaman.
They should be proud. Go get your team. Good morning.
Good morning.
I see you smiling.
Yeah, no, it's great news.
There were a lot of
Fantastic
smiles
news.
last night.
Big stuff.
Got a lot of calls.
Yeah, it was a really good
Yeah,
surprise.
it was a long night, but we got through it, and I think we're almost there. 3 years.
Dan and Joe are
Close
doing
enough.
an inspection on a home improvement project, but Frank's here, so we'll bring Frank.
Hi Frank, we
Hi,
wanted your
Frank.
team, your whole team here, I know that 2 members are missing because they're working on something else, but we wanted for you to be included in this effort. And I know I touched upon the subject a little bit earlier, and Dawn, it's all yours.
Okay, so yesterday we got really good news from the Department of Health, New York State Department of Health. So we had applied in the spring for the WIA grants, which you were aware of, but simultaneously we applied for funding under the bipartisan infrastructure law, which was specifically directed to address emerging contaminants in public water, in private wells. So we made applications for a number of projects, and they became part of a list. There was a list that was created by New York State Department of Health. We had at least 2 projects on the list. We might have more, I have to look, but the way the funding worked is they allocated a certain dollar amount, and they were just gonna hit the projects and wind out that money. So I knew that one of the projects was going to be funded, but I wasn't sure about the other one. So the 2 projects that were funded were Forge Road Extension 97, which is 2 manufactured home parks plus some other neighbors there. They have PFAS, PFOA in their community water systems. And the most exciting one was Extension 94, which is Manorville. And so Forge Road received 1.185 million, and Extension 94, which is the one that we've been working hard to
I was gonna
fund,
call you.
is 3.815 million. So we were awarded the maximum available annually under this fund, $5 million. And, you know, so here we are, which was really exciting news because we've been fighting, as you know, for this fund, to fund these extensions, most especially Extension 94, for years now. So, and we've been getting funding, you know, we have.
That's what I was gonna say, can you,
We've gotten 2 community projects funding awards, one for 3.5 million, and that was for Extension 94 and 95, so that's, will be proportioned between those 2 projects. And then we were awarded just last year, 2 million. And we've just 2 weeks ago, I think, applied again for that funding. So slowly but surely stacking up the funds to get these important projects done.
And Dawn, we're revising our WIA grant. We think that will be more successful
Yes.
than the last time where we were denied. So
Yes.
we've put a lot more effort into that grant, and that's going to roll out very soon, correct?
Yeah, so those grants were the same exact paperwork as these grants. There was just a difference in the secret process for the state revolving fund and the bill funding. So the state revolving fund projects were not funded, but these were. And, you know, these are real significant awards, which,
I have 2 points to make. First of all, Anne Marie, when we sat down 3 years ago, and I asked you, how do we try to get this done legally? And you suggested, let's get a map and plan done, let the town pay for it, so we have a direction, and we know what we're doing, and I forget the cost of it, and we said, let the town pay for it, because this has been a languishing issue for many, many, many years, decades, I understand. And so, you know, I want to commend you. I never forgot that day that we sat down and then we said, let's bring it to the board, and the board supported that effort, and that started this process.
and these would not have happened without the map and plan. We could not do these grant
Right.
applications without the map and plan, because
So-
the engineering's included in that, and that's what we need
That
to.
was money really well spent.
Very well
It wasn't all that much, it was like
Correct,
under
so-
$10,000.
Yeah,
I
Right,
believe,
Yeah.
in
we
that
did
plan.
too. It
And then
was,
we
well, I think
included another-
7,500 each.
So I just want to commend you, because I remember that day, let's see what we can do on a 2-decade-old problem. And so that started, that was the seed to start. And I know how hard you work. I was on the phone last night with Schumer's office, and I think they're watching. I invited them to watch, and if you're there, hello. And he's going to continue fighting. And we want to thank all the senators, Jill DeBran and Palumbo, and former Congressman Lee Selden, because you guys have been in touch, and they're always on the ball, calling, trying to assist us, and they took on. And last year, I just want to thank them, because a few years ago, we got them on board after we did the map and
Right.
plan. And we said, that's what we have to do. So, and, they came on board, and they're actually producing, they're actually living up to their commitment to our town. And, but this is a great effort
And New
from
York
your
State
team.
Department of Health, I would just
Department of
add
Health,
nothing
yeah.
but high praise for their guidance and assistance. They are there anytime we ever need them. Brock Rogers in particular has been incredibly helpful.
And Suffolk County Health Department
And
has
Suffolk
been
County Health Department.
tremendous support for the town of Riverhead.
Yeah. So
Makes
we,
it the fact that the federal government is gonna start recognizing different levels for the PFAS and PFOs too,
Yes.
which
Yes,
is
that's gonna
about
help
time.
also, yeah.
Right.
That, this is good news on the waterfront,
Yep,
good
absolutely.
news.
so I know there's a water, meeting with Suffolk County Water next week. I think they picked the 16th, which
March
could happen.
22nd.
Oh, okay.
At
I
6.
think they picked the
Oh.
16th, which I couldn't make. And then, I asked, then they picked the 22nd. I told them I have a town board meeting. I couldn't change the date, they said logistics or whatever, but I think we're gonna ask to push that off until we can redirect our efforts, see where we're going, how much we're short, meet with them again. So I'm gonna ask for them to possibly hold off on that, and then we're gonna go right to the public, and then we have we're in a better standing. And Anne Marie,
We,
I'm sure they're gonna,
we have a water forum scheduled for,
30th or the 31st.
do you know that, I can't remember.
so let's just work with Suffolk counties to see
Sure.
what's going on. So I was just saying that we'll make that tentative and see what we need to meet, because we are so close to coming up with the fundings. We already have a MOU, and we need, when we meet with the public, we should give them some good, viable, information. We're doing it now.
Yep.
To let them know that this is the biggest
Right.
grant they got, right? It's 3.8 million.
For this particular
For
project?
this
yes.
project, this is
The
not
largest
the
chunk of
largest.
Yeah.
So we need to redirect effort to see who's going where, and then we'll see if Suffolk County wants to do it with us in the public, right? Why have a meeting with just them and then us for the public? So let's just redirect our work with,
Sure.
with Sabo, and we'll stay in touch, and then we'll let the public, but it should be inclusive. We need to redirect our efforts, because this is more than a third of the cost of the project, right? Was it at 9 million?
We've got a total of roughly $7 million. They estimated 9.5, so we're so close.
We're so
It would
close.
be disappointing not to get it started.
Right.
We need to, and I think we're in a better position to push. I know they want to work with Brookhaven, so let's just redirect our efforts in town, the board, get everybody
And
on board.
just so you know, I'll put a resolution in for the board to authorize the signature on these. These are the funding award acknowledgement and acceptance, so we'll have a resolution authorizing the signature on those coming up, so.
Can you put it in so we can vote on
Yes,
it on
yep,
Tuesday?
that's what I was hoping to get
Perfect.
the okay on, yeah.
And then I would like and recommend, not today, but next week, an executive session so I can legally lay out existing agreements, what those terms are, requirements under the grant, the legal requirements, and I just want to map that out for the town board so that we are unified and get clear direction from the town board on any position or stances you would like us to take.
And that's great, because we'll have the meeting afterwards with Suffolk County, and then we'll bring it to the public, but I think if we should do it, I think the 22nd, the meeting was in Manorville, in the fire
Yeah, it was
department.
6 PM on
The 6 p.m., and I
It was on
told
Frank's
them, I
birthday.
gave
It's
them
my
4
birthday, and
days.
you guys have a board meeting at that.
Right, and I gave them 4 days.
That's why I know.
I said, sorry, guys, you picked 2 days,
Yeah.
and you just pick them, you didn't consult with me, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, well, he has 4 days. And it's like, no, we're gonna keep it to 22nd, but now this is development, and they should work with us.
I'm sure.
So I'm gonna make that request. But this is really good news.
Yeah,
It is.
we were very excited.
Yeah, I remember I was out in the field at 4 o'clock, and I'm in my wheelchair. We just got this great, gotta get to town hall. And there was a lot of phone calls going back and forth last night, but this is a Riverhead effort. And you guys are really rolling the cash in here.
Well, that's our job, so.
And then Maria, I just have to, are you into racing?
No, actually, it was a replacement for Councilman Kern.
What is it?
He
Just
lost
tell the
his
public what it is. It's
car
a-
pen.
It's a
He
racing
would lost
pen.
your car pencil.
Well, I didn't lose it. Some little guy took it and wouldn't give it back. Eric knows who
I
it is.
didn't think it was your style, Anne Marie.
No, I know, but he complained that a child did not return his car
I
pen.
didn't complain, he loved the car, he was in town hall, and I said, what was I gonna do, say, give me that back? But thanks for the replacement.
You're very welcome.
Awesome stuff.
And I was in Dawn's office when she got the news yesterday, and Dawn went right through the roof, I'm like, what? That was great.
I was
That-
looking at my computer,
yeah.
because I got the first one and I said, oh, okay, good, that's one I thought we
The
were gonna
next
get.
one
The
was-
second one, I was like, boing.
I know, and I was like, the calls are coming in, and it was like, and everybody was ecstatic, and then we reached out to people. I did reach out to
Yeah,
Suffolk
that's
County
great.
Water.
Good job,
I left a
really.
message on Sable, and I sent them an email last night. So we're moving.
And we should thank John Collins from
Yes,
yes,
H2M,
H2M.
because
Absolutely. John's
he is
the bomb.
100% part of all these
Oh,
applications.
yes, he and I
Okay.
were late night
Great.
phone calls, just fixing things and submitting and getting it done, so. It was, I
Great
think,
team effort, guys.
yeah. it was
Means
good
you can
stuff.
go surfing on, what, Saturday doesn't look too bad.
I don't know, we'll have to see, the wind's been
Okay.
terrible lately.
Oh, right off,
Okay.
right on the nose, right? All right.
All right,
Thank you guys so much.
Thanks.
Thank
very
you.
much. So now we go into exec session, so, right?
We got
All right, thank you. Wait,
resolutions.
you gotta,
We got resolutions.
Oh, I'm sorry,
you got,
thanks.
oh yeah, unless you want me to, wait,
No.
you really have to go.
No, I don't need to.
Okay.
No.
Thank you, Dawn, and this is gonna,
Resolutions,
this is
sorry.
gonna end our discussion items for today. And do we have Devin to come up to read the resolutions, please?
This just, can't believe they weren't working together.
What's the matter? Tim, what happened?
No, that's nothing. I'll tell you.
With the revitalization and the business advisory,
Yeah, there was a conflict as we talked to each other, yeah.
they should have been together months ago.
That's what I said, it was like,
Well, they were, then.
and then we looked like, we was sweeping it up.
That's exactly my point.
That's
Board ready for resolutions?
Yeah.
Yes, what do you have? What are you wearing?
Don't you like it? Thought it was an appropriate
Nice,
piece for
Miss
today in
Devon.
light of what's happening tomorrow.
Well, and tonight, and tonight,
And tonight, Supervisor, you're in
Saturday.
your green, Councilman Hubbard, you're in green, Councilman Kern.
I'm
not sure
excuse
what
me.
happened.
Excuse me,
I'm not sure what
tomorrow
happened
is
there,
St. Patrick's Day.
I know, but today's
My
the work,
green.
the work
But
session
we're not
day,
on
so.
TV tomorrow.
That's okay, here's my green.
Do you want to borrow this, Councilman?
No, I'm good.
oh, yes, please, I want to see that. You should
Happy
take
to-
it.
happy to
I'm
share.
I dare you, I dare you.
No, no, no.
I'll take it.
should just let him.
Let it
Quality
take it, give
piece,
it
I'm
to him.
leaving a trail all around town
On.
hall.
I'll wear it. Take it.
You wear it, come on, great.
Give me
let's do it.
give me the green hat.
Yeah, let's just,
Here,
go get a hat from the office.
go.
There's a green hat.
there you go. What's up?
Go get a green hat.
Yeah, flip it behind you like.
Go get a
You
green
gotta
hat.
give it a twirl around there.
You got a twirl
There
it.
you go.
I've never worn one
You
of
gotta
these.
really own it, Councilman. You
Wait,
know,
we're getting a hat for him.
Okay.
you wear it well, sir.
Between that and the green hair over here, we're in spirit.
Oh, that's right. Here.
Yeah.
You want a little piece of this for you?
All
All right,
right.
Devin. Here, I'm gonna
Wait,
get
you have to wear the hat?
Wow,
Oh,
look
you
at
can't
this.
get the hat?
Devin,
No,
you're
it
not
sheds.
kidding. This thing
Well,
is
I
shedding.
know. I only buy high quality things, Councilman.
Look, there you go.
Oh.
There you go, bud.
Oh, wait a second.
Now, wait, we need a second picture.
Eric,
We need a second picture.
you didn't get a hat for everybody? Thank you. Okay, Denise.
There is a hat for him.
Always gotta go back.
Now, the bow has got to go back, come on.
You guys are kidding me.
We got to get this right.
All right, hold on. Wait, this goes this way. Here, you go.
Just a coincidence, I'm moving away a little bit on this side.
No, Tim, you're next. Wait a second.
All you need is some green beer in your bottle there.
There you go. Okay, great. Okay. Okay. So,
I gotta say, Bob
You're a
is
good sport, Councilman. I don't
sport.
care what they say. Uh-oh.
Bob is a good
I
sport.
apologize, but you left part of your costume.
oh, thank you. Oh, look. I like
Good
this.
job.
Look at this. I like this. There you go. Oops.
Did you need to take it to the cleaners?
No, I think I'm.
You need some super glue for that thing.
All right. Back to the resolutions.
Okay. Everybody ready for resolutions here?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yes, we are.
Okay, resolution number 1, authorize the sewer district superintendent to attend WEF IWA Residuals and Biosolids Conference. Number 2, approve special event, Chapter 255 for Riverhead Home Depot parking lot plant sale. Number 3, promotes an office assistant. Number 4, extends bid nunc-pro-tunc for marine unit board and outboard motor maintenance and repair. Number 5, ratifies the authorization for an employee to attend the DCJS training. Number 6, ratifies submissions of application for funding and execution of contract by the supervisor for replacement of pump at East Creek Marina to New York State Environmental Facilities Corporation, EFC. Number 7, rejects bid and authorizes town clerk to publish and post notice to bidders for rebid for defreezed pump station control panel replacement. Number 8, awards bid for water service materials. Number 9, budget adoption for the demolition of the unsafe structure at 168 Creek Road, Wading River, New York. Number 10, authorizes town clerk to publish and post a notice to bidders for lubricants. Number 11, appoints a Spanish-speaking justice court clerk. Number 12, appoints a maintenance mechanic 2. Number 13, appoints members to Landmarks Preservation Commission, Indelman. Number 14, adopts a local law amending Chapter 301 of the Riverhead Town Code entitled Subdivision and Land Development, Article 59, Site Plan Review. Number 15, adopts a local law amending Chapter 289 of the Riverhead Town Code entitled Vehicles, Traffic, and Parking Regulations, Article 8, Recreational Motor Vehicles, Section 42 thereof, entitled Restrictions. Number 16, authorizes the supervisor to execute Fourth Amendment to agreement with Property Registration Champions, DBA Pro Champs. Number 17, approves a special event Chapter 255 application for PC Richard & Son Memorial Day Barbecue Tent Sale. And number 18, appoints member to the Recreation Advisory Committee, Sanders. And numbers 19 through 25 are all reappoints members to Recreation Advisory Committee, and I'll just call out the names if that's okay with the board. It's Savio,
Yes.
Elazer, Petrignani, Gabrielson, Acevedo, Schmidt, and Winter. So that brings us to number 26, which is approved special event Chapter 255 application Muddy Princess 5K Obstacle Course Mud Run. Number 27, adopts a local law establishing the Downtown Riverfront Overlay District. Number 28, approves special event Chapter 255 application of Our Future Generation For Us By Us. Number 29, approves special event Chapter 255 application for Long Island Antique Power Tractor Shows and Truck Pulls. Number 30, awards bid for chemicals for Riverhead Sewer District. Number 31, Water District Capital Project Number 82304-1001 Scott Avenue budget adoption. Number 32, approves special event Chapter 255 application for Race Awesome, the 8th Annual Jamesport Triathlon. Number 33, resolution approving the dedication of a portion of property at Suffolk County Tax Map number 0600-117-1-4.1, described as 15-foot width on and along the westerly side of Edwards Avenue, Calverton, New York. Number 34, authorizes purchase of highway equipment for highway maintenance, construction, reconstruction. I think that's supposed to be the end of that. Maybe we'll just scratch that out. Okay. Number 35, accepts the resignation of a maintenance mechanic 2. Number 36, rescinds resolution 2023-160, and it's not labeled there, but it's the resolution that appointed an automotive equipment operator to the highway department. Same as the next resolution, number 37, which is a rescind 2023-162. It's an automotive equipment operator for the highway department. Number 38, authorizes town clerk to publish and post notice for a hearing to consider a local law to amend Chapter 269 of the Riverhead Town Code entitled Shopping Carts. Number 39, schedules public hearing for the special permit application of 644 Roanoke Avenue, 644 Roanoke Avenue, Riverhead, New York, Suffolk County Tax Map number 600-126-4-3. Number 40, resolution calling for a public hearing regarding a capital improvement for the extension of facilities of the Riverhead Water District for Printed Places subdivision for a water main extension at the property known as Suffolk County Tax Map Number 600-82-1-9.8 in Riverhead, New York. And Resolution 41, resolution calling for a public hearing regarding a capital improvement for the extension of facilities of the Riverhead Water District for the Holly Tree Lane subdivision for a water main extension at the property known as Suffolk County Tax Map Number 600-69-3-8 and 19 and 62 in South Jamesport, New York. Number 42, authorize the supervisor to execute agreement with Riverhead Lacrosse Club, Inc. for referee and umpire services for Town of Riverhead Police Athletic League's girls grades K through 8 lacrosse program for 2023 calendar year. Resolution 43, rescinds Town Board Resolution 2023-145, which relates to the WIA grant application that CDA had previously made. We can ask the CDA director to come back in if the board has any further questions on that. Resolution 44, ratifies authorization for a community development agency to retain the services of Urban Design Associates Ltd. UDA for grant support, design assistance for downtown revitalization and town square activation plans. Number 45, amends Resolution 2023-175, and just so the board's aware, that's just it was a Scribner's error. The previous resolution that you guys approved calls for a 255 for the American Diabetes Tour de Cure to take place Saturday the 15th in October, and it's actually, that is a Sunday, so it's not a Saturday, it's a minor change there. Resolution 46.
Wait, shouldn't we be amending a resolution instead of rescinding a resolution?
If I said rescind, I didn't mean that, I meant amends. Number 45 is an amendment to Resolution 2023-175.
Okay. I think, Eric, can you just take a look at these to make sure the wording's right? Not now. That these two resolutions, it should be a rescind or an amendment, or with... Yeah, you just make sure that the terminology... Okay, great. Thank you.
Resolution 46 rescinds number 2023-185. And maybe we'll just finish up the resolutions, and then we'll just ask Anne Marie to come up and just chat quickly about that one. That's the one that you have there, Anne.
Oh, it's okay. Just make sure that it gets changed by the time we bring it back up, no?
I think you may just want her to just explain.
She wants to, yeah, we need
That was the one that
clarification on this.
Greg Bergman had spoken with Anne Marie about,
Okay.
with the DEIS. I think maybe just a
Okay.
quick chat about that
That's
would be
great.
helpful. Resolution 47, approves special event Chapter 255 application for the Bob Feller Act of Valor 5K Run for Life. I know the chief has been back and forth on this. I think the board has an email or two from the chief from this morning about this, so this may still be subject to some change, but it's in here at least for now.
Well, the chief can also deny the application if there's problems, so.
Resolution 48, Police Department Budget Adjustment, and 49, approves CSEA 2023 through 2025 contract. And we'll just ask Amber to just come up for a quick second.
So I'm going to be very brief. So with this, the town was notified by the applicant's attorney on 203-213 East Main Street that the town did not publish the positive declaration in the State of New York Environmental Conservation Environmental News Bulletin. It's a requirement under 6 NYCRR Section 617.12C. As a result of same, myself, Dawn Thomas, and planning staff, and Jeff Seaman, who's a consultant on this project, all determined that it would be in the best interest of the town to have a very correct secret record. In order to do that, we determined the best way possible is to rescind the acceptance of the prior DEIS and, quote, start the process anew, not requiring applicant to resubmit an application for site plan simply for purposes of SECRA. This way the town board is guaranteed and assured we have complied with every provision under the SECRA laws. And we're very confident. You know, we have a lot of knowledge on this project. The town board has a lot of knowledge. It's been in the queue for years. Dawn and I can report to the town board. We are very pleased in that they've revised the project numerous times, met with town staff, including Dawn and myself. They have designed the project that complies with the pattern book in most part, right, Dawn? And it really looks, the project has over time changed in a dramatic respect to the betterment, I think, of the town and the community. So we're anxious for you to see.
ARB was very happy with
Yeah,
the way-
Architectural Review Board was very happy as well.
And this project started when, 2017, I believe?
Yes.
And the
Might even have
pattern
been a
book was
year
not
earlier.
even a vision in anybody's mind. And so they changed it over the course of years to adopt
Right.
to it, which again, is, you know, is commendable that it is
Yeah,
working.
Dawn, you want to?
You know, that community partner approach that we've been taking with the developers, that, you know, you're going to be part of the community and here's what the community is asking for, has been very effective. We've been really able to move projects forward smoothly without a lot of hiccups, and, you know, this was a small hiccup, but easily correctable.
Great.
Yeah, so thank you.
All right. That's it. Thank you. Enjoy your St. Patty's Day, whatever you're doing today, tomorrow, Saturday, because I know there's events all over the place. So, thank you, Devin. And this is going to conclude our open session for today. In a moment, I'm going to ask you for a second.
Can I just ask one question to Dawn? Dawn, on the, on Resolution 44, it ratifies the authorization to design assistance for downtown revitalization. I don't see, is there a contract involved in this?
There is.
Can you send me the contract?
Yeah.
Just so I could see it, because I know we hired them previously, and so I'd like to see what this entails.
Absolutely. We'll send it right
Before
over.
I have to vote.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I'll just add, I prepared that contract for Dawn.
Okay.
Got your stamp of approval?
I want to see.
Okay, can I have a first and a second to enter into executive session
So
to
moved.
discuss the following? Contractual matters surrounding Petroselli contracting for the town square, then that would be with Thomas and Prudenti. Litigation, contractual matters surrounding an update between LIPA and the town of Riverhead, and that would be Howard, and I know you met with the school, you've been involved with this. I really commend you that you guys are bringing this finally to fruition where it should have always been. And the last one is personnel matters surrounding an MOU by an employee, and that would be Thomas, Howard, Prudenti. And everyone, again, enjoy St. Patty's Day, and we'll see you in 2 weeks on the 30th. And can I have a first and a second to please to go into executive
moved.
session?
Second?
All in favor? All opposed? So moved.
I was gonna make more.
We staying here with that, or we?
Yeah.
Yeah.